The Chelsea side, Dave Beasant in goal, a Wembley hero of course with Wimbledon in the FA Cup 2 years ago. Across the back it's Gareth Hall on the right, in the middle Erland Johnsen, the Norwegian international, and the Dutch defender Kenneth Monkou. He's again replacing the injured Graham Roberts, and at left back England's Tony Dorigo. In midfield Kevin McAllister, Peter Nicholas and John Bumstead, with Kevin Wilson we think operating in a deeper role just behind the front two. And that pairing, of course, Kerry Dixon and Scottish international Gordon Durie, who's fit again after a lengthy layoff. The Palace line-up in goal, Nigel Martin, along with Beasant, one of England's leading goalkeepers. The defensive line-up, it's Shaw, Thomas, Thorn and Hedman coming into the side. In midfield, Dyer, Barber, Gray and Pardew, and up front, Salako and Ian Whyte, of course, restored to the side after injury. So we're ready then for the off. Crystal Palace in the all-white strip to kick off, attacking the goal to our right in the first half. 2-0 down from the first leg. Can they pull it back here? And they'll certainly be encouraged not only by Chelsea's rather unpredictable home form this season, but also by the memory of last season when Crystal Palace in the playoffs to the First Division lost the first leg to Blackburn 2-0, but then came back to win the return by 3-0. And as we were saying earlier on, it's certainly a positive side that Steve Coppell has chosen. And the break is on here. Bounced it through the middle. Durie chasing. Oh, terrible back pass! And that could have been so costly. A very nervous piece of play then by Hedman. But my word, he'll have to settle down. And Gordon Durie almost took advantage there. Rudi Hedman drafted into the side tonight. And that was very nearly a nightmare start for him. Hedman, the former Colchester defender, replacing John Pemberton in the Palace side. Nicholas dispossessed. Salako. Dorigo forward for Chelsea. Cut out though by Geoff Thomas, who has a role at the back then for Palace. Normally operates in midfield, Thomas. It was he who scored the winning goal at Cambridge on Saturday. Flicked on by Dixon. But Laurie, as we've been saying there, it is an attacking and a positive formation that...
Yes, they've got nothing to lose at all, Peter. They're very relaxed. I saw them down the tunnel about an hour ago before the kick-off, and plenty of smiles around, not the normal tension you would expect when they're literally 90 minutes away from Wembley final. But it makes it good for the game, because we don't want it too one-sided, do we?
Here's Kevin Wilson. He was just onside then. Durie in the middle. Oh, off the mark! Appeals for a goal. The referee, George Courtney, says no. But a terrific edit then by Durie.
We needed the Russian linesman there from the World Cup in '66, didn't we?
Here's Wilson with the cross. In fact, it was Dixon, I think, not Durie, but what a header.
Tremendous header, classic.
A let off then for Palace. That would surely have killed them off. Nicholas. Monkou.
I think that any nerves in the Chelsea side, and don't forget, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to be 2 up in a game that you're expected to control, will be easily quelled by the experienced players, and I'm looking at Peter Nicholas in particular, but also John Bumstead. It must mean a lot for him, Peter. He's the longest serving member of the Chelsea team and a good solid pro.
Dorigo. Again they look for the offside, which wasn't forthcoming, and Dixon is in! Fine goalkeeping then by Martin to deny Kerry Dixon, who's normally so sharp in that position. So with a quarter of an hour gone, Chelsea have had chances to have clinched this final.
Amazing really, because they've had 3 chances in that one. To be fair, I don't think Tony Dorigo would acknowledge that that was a brilliant pass. He just sort of kicked it, and it caught the Palace defence unsighted really, but Kerry Dixon latches onto any sort of half chance. That's where he's dangerous, but also we saw Nigel Martin on top of his game, and he looks very sharp tonight, Nigel.
And he denied Kerry Dixon his 19th goal of the season. Away by Monkou. Pass from Pardew. Gray is so strong in possession. Hedman now. Palace with plenty of players up in support. Hedman going all the way. Good strike. And this time it's Beasant's turn to produce the heroics. Great run then by Hedman. And as Whyte came in, Beasant just done enough.
That'll do young Hedman the world of good, because he's had a shaky first 10-15 minutes. And this is a good effort, isn't it? Good quality shot there. Beasant did it.
There's the corner in the meantime. Both goalkeepers showing their England class. Two men in the queue, of course, behind Peter Shilton. And so far, both living up to their reputations. Free kick to Crystal Palace. Will be encouraged by that near miss. And they're certainly well in contention here, although they have looked as if they might get caught out at the back from the sudden Chelsea breaks. Here's Dorigo.
Signals from the Chelsea bench just to settle down a bit, steady down. They want them to play a bit of football, you know, and keep possession and frustrate Palace.
Pardew. Rather hasty clearance then from Thorn. Dorigo again. Kevin Wilson, who's been in splendid form for Chelsea. The pass from Nicholas. Gareth Hall. Right into the body of Martin. Hall, who scored his first goal for Chelsea a few weeks back against Manchester United. A goal that proved the winner too. There's Gray. In search of Whyte, but I think the ball had gone out of play over on the far side. And now we can see that early chance again for Kerry Dixon. And here, well, in fact, he had a couple, and here's the one where he's clean through, and that's expert goalkeeping by Nigel Martin. McAllister with the pass. There's danger here. Defence still its job then to define Kerry Dixon. McAllister threading it through, too far, overhitting the pass. Kevin Wilson was the player upfield then, hoping to benefit from the through ball by McAllister.
Kerry Dixon does worry defenders in that last third, the attacking third. There's been many a good striker who only switches on in that area because they can always sniff a goal, you know, and the hustle and hustle and the force errors. And there is another strength they flick on.
Dixon on for Wilson. Durie has gone through the middle. Here's Durie now. Oh, just wide. A superbly worked move then by Chelsea. And Gordon Durie couldn't quite take full advantage. Warmly applauded by the
good
crowd.
Classic move, a good ball before that and a good cutback. He came in late. That was the third strike. Bobby Campbell was hoping that would work. Just a pity he couldn't have put his right foot around the ball a little bit, you know, hit the far arc and bend it in there. Would have been a great goal.
Is that offside? No, the flag stayed down. Durie is on his own for the moment. Still Durie. Almost squeezed in. Now it has. And Bumstead has got it. 9 minutes into the second half, and I wonder now, has that clinched it for Chelsea? 1-0 they lead on the night, 3-0 overall, and it was little John Bumstead who arrived on the scene at exactly the right time. Gordon Durie. Ball coming back off the legs of the goalkeeper, Nigel Martin, and it was then steered in by Bumstead.
And good experience here. He didn't waste the ball, Durie. Waited, worked the summer position. Keeper did well enough there, and he was unlucky, the keeper, because it flew straight into the path of John Bumstead, of all people, who we criticised possibly going too far forward once in the first half, but you couldn't get a better player to score the goal, which probably will take them to Wembley. Longest serving Chelsea player.
Chelsea have that Wembley look about them now. That'll ease their nerves a little bit, calm things down. And Bobby Campbell will no emotion showing on his face, and I bet you he's a mighty relieved man now. The cushion now is a 3-goal advantage. But Palace looking to spring straight back. Here's the corner. The Chelsea fans are chanting now, we're going to Wembley.
I would think that Steve Coppell in particular will be wanting to know about that decision, you know, because Gordon Durie really did look in an offside position, but I suspect the defender was caught in two minds and he ran forward, and when you see a defender run forward, he's taking a chance. If he's not forward when the ball's played, well then he is taking a chance, and I suspect that's what happened, because the linesman was right on the spot.
He was, and he had a good look too, and he was absolutely adamant that there was no offside. So away went Gordon Durie, and it was John Bumstead with his second goal of the season to make Chelsea's lead 3 goals. McAllister now. Durie's pass. Oh, he's through. And it's another one for Chelsea. Gareth Hall. He had that little bit of luck that sometimes comes your way. And his beaming smile will tell you now, surely Chelsea are through to the Wembley final. O'Reilly's attempted clearance comes back off Hall. And he guided it beyond the goalkeeper into the corner.
Well, he's smiling, isn't he? Because they had a bit of luck, they know that. And this is what happens to a team when they're 3 down. Many a time the defender would have forced that through, you see, but he's forced it against the player. And he's took it well, he's got it through the legs of the keeper, but he's smiling. It's an amazing fact, isn't it, that we've got these good strikers, Kerry, Dixon, Durie and Wilson. And both goals have come from defensive players who normally, well, they're lucky if they get 2 or 3 a season.
It's 2-0 on the night, 4-0 overall now then to Chelsea. 15 minutes to go, and Steve Coppell can only shake his head in disbelief. And what a great day it's going to be for Ken Bates, the Chelsea chairman, when he's there with them on that Wembley day. He's just come back from a trip up the Amazon. Another free kick to Crystal Palace for the foul on Salako. Now, will it be Shaw or Thomas? Just a few seconds left. Monkou only half away. We've now had time added on of 1 minute, and it's all over. And Chelsea have made it to Wembley. The goals from John Bumstead and Gareth Hall in the second half, clinching it for Chelsea after their 2-goal lead. And just look at the delight on the faces of Chelsea supporters, young and old. Great atmosphere now at Stamford Bridge. All credit to Crystal Palace, who made it hard for Chelsea, but they simply weren't good enough over the 2 legs. And Chelsea are back at Wembley. Their captain, Peter Nicholas, what an inspiration he has been in midfield for them. Handshakes all round. A very sporting contest it's been too. I can't remember a bad foul all night. And Chelsea are through to the final of the Zenith Cup when they'll take on Middlesbrough of the 2nd Division.